but Stephen's videos are going to be mostly about just tidying up the last few bits. The chances that anybody's going to go needing the casting at the back of this water pump is fairly low. Still, what I'd like to do at the same time is salvage as much of these nuts and bolts as I can, because these are lovely fine thread nut, if I'm not mistaken, and these counterbalancing weights there as well could be handy there, so I'm just going to throw them in my brackets drawer. So that's the plan anyway. It's not essential work now, but we'll do it anyway. Most of these loose already, so I give them a quick dart to the wire brush just to get the surface rust off them. You can take most of the tractor apart with a 1/2 inch spanner or socket now, if you notice. You don't get these little counterbalancing weights when you buy a new water pump, so nice to have them. I'm not really sure how you'd probably need some form of a machine to actually use them properly to work out where they have to go, but yeah, that's a tight one there now. Okay. Yeah, they're a nice fine thread nut, so I like them. Nice fine thread bolt. This is a fine thread nut, this one here. This water pump has the factory style grease nipple in it. Most aftermarket water pumps are sealed for life bearings, so there's no grease nipple in them. Used to be able to buy, probably still can, seals and bearings for the original style water pumps. So we'll salvage as much of that as we can. So I'll get my plastic hammer there, give that a tap rather than baiting. I know it's probably not going to be any good anyway, but may as well reduce the amount of unnecessary damage. The fan blade itself now is too damaged to bother keeping. Scrap, I'm afraid. This isn't great either. I just want to get the bracket off for the dynamo because that can be handy. So I might put it in the vise. I don't know that these castings ever suffer from, we'll say, frost damage. Don't think so. Now we can afford to use a heavier hammer for the pulley here because it's just not. It's fairly well corroded. It's starting to. It's gone, so that's scrap as well. Now if we turn it around, we should be able to get our dynamo bracket off. It's a nice heavy one, I like that. That'll be useful to keep. And we'll be able to get some nice nuts off here as well. They should be a 9/16 if I'm not mistaken. plenty of grease pumped into this water pump anyway. You can see the old grease there. We don't need grease guns anymore for most vehicles on the road. I think the early Land Rovers had grease nipples as well. Goes to show how flachuach they were with metal years ago. In fact, they had this extra casting. Water pump these days now would just be bolted straight onto the block. There wouldn't be, definitely wouldn't be casting extra parts for it. Okay. Well, it's the bearing feels very, very good in it, and whether it's leaking or not, I don't know. But that doesn't look like it was leaking water for a good while. Maybe it was. Is it the kind of yoke you want to take a chance on? I don't know. Regardless, I'm going to clean it up and put in the parts washer and all of that. Why not? Now, get my 7mm socket for the Jubilee hose. I don't think that pipe is going to be serviceable now, as they say. Cut anyway. I don't know if this hose clip is much better either. The hose clip is fairly, so the lad is screwing out of it rather than actually sending the tail of that Jubilee clip through. Whew. That was on there a while anyway, but judging by the amount of rust on it. So we're keeping that. Ah, it is supposed to get shot blasted if I had to. If it was really important. Yeah, I might keep that for something. And then we're left with the casting. It's in good nick. The gasket's still on, so I'll keep that as well. Give it a touch of the wire brush. Put it on a shelf. You never know. I might be able to help someone out down the road. Damaged theirs. What was it that made Ferguson tractors so good? Was the quality of casting part of that? I find you know, there's a lot of people that are interested in Ford tractors, a lot of people interested in Massey, Ferguson and Ferguson. I know it seems to me to be a difference in the casting quality. I find that the quality of casting with the Fergusons is very good in general. Just a little quick little tidy up just to get some of the big lumps of dirt off it. casting companies there on that as well. We'll give that a quick clean down and see. Just see it there. What does that say? Hard to make that out. Is it similar to the other casting stamps on the director, like on the gearbox? I don't know. Anyway, that's that. This bearing feels perfect, really good. Threads on the end of it are good, so I might put the nut back. I'll put the nut back on that. I have it there somewhere. Just to keep it all together, there's a lock nut there. I suppose cleaning this down will tell whether or not it's genuine. I don't think it is, but it's old enough that it has grease nipping out. So we'll keep him. I usually just fit new ones myself, I'll be honest, but not something I'd want to go shoplifting anyway, because you might get some of the sand and the glass there into towards the bearing. That wouldn't be ideal. Parts washer I think will be the most I do with that. Yeah. So anyway, that's what I'll do with that. Let's give it a quick run in the parts washer. Lovely. So I just gave it a bit of a cleaning there, so in the parts washer. So I may as well try and see is this grease nipple working. If we can, we'll see if we can get it to allow a bit of grease through it. So I suppose you could say if someone was stuck, they could definitely use this water pump. Water pump is not expensive to buy still. It has a good bloody grip on it anyway. Yeah, that'll clean up a little bit. It just feels like it's nice and tight there anyway. Put a bit of a rag in the vice. You can mind the gasket just in case one of the days there's a shortage of water pumps in the world. You might be able to chance that. So that's okay. That's good. Feels lovely and tight, I have to say. It's aftermarket by the looks of things, the kind of a green colour of paint on it. So may as well give it a shot. A grace there to preserve it, just in case it's going to be used. And there we go. So there's an extra overflow there where the grease comes out. There's too much in it. Well, Jesus, it feels good as new. Feels better than some new ones, I can tell you. Lovely. We'll keep that. So the next part, I want to get this bracket off. Again, this is specific to the Ferguson 20 diesel. It's a lot different than the Ferguson 20 diesel. So I'm going to want to salvage that. So I'll take the back one off there first. Then we'll see what sort of a dynamo's on this. I think I checked before, that's actually a metric nut, not half inch wasn't going near it. So let's take a look here with a 13. See, does that get closer? Yeah, seems to be going on there slowly. That's okay, we'll get our socket on that saw. 13mm socket then to match that. If it is a 13, it is a 14. Try it with a 9/16 to see. It's definitely a 14. That's no problem. We could do that too. Yeah, so 13 nut, 14 bolts. That's okay. The more I think of it, definitely looks like a Lucas casting at the front of it there. It's definitely a car one because the car ones are open at the back and the front. They're not on a tractor. So you're working in a dusty field. The last thing you want is that going into your commutator and bearings and electrics. So it's definitely a car dynamo. And not all of these fitted perfect. Fan belt off and ended up being pulled or pushed forward, pulled back, pushed forward. Okay, so that's that off. Now we've got the one inside here. So we'll see what that looks like. Drop the camera a little bit. I think I said this was seemed to be metric when I was looking at it before. Okay, it does seem to be. So that's good. I say metric, imperial is what I meant. Good old half inch. Now, that's all we want. Okay. Nut and bolt. Fine thread. So that is our bracket. Thankfully it's not bent or cut. Some of them can be butchered from people putting on alternators. So all I'm going to do with that is just give it a quick 15. Yeah, that'll do fine. Give that a shot blast if we ever need it. And we have our nice dynamo bracket here as well. Very, very strong piece this. Good and thick. Looks to be original to me. Very, very thick piece of metal that, compared to some of the modern ones you see. So now we might have a look and see what sort of a dynamo this is, as they call it in America, a generator. I'm starting to see some letters there. suppose I should lift up the camera. So that's starting to clean down lovely. I can see the date stamp on it already, and it's interesting. So we do have a Lucas 7. I'll give that a quick clean there just to get the part number off it. So seems to be a 22704H. Date stamp 5th of 64, and it's a C40. So C40 is very, very common. I think C40 was kind of more about this part here, and then you had different castings, open and closed and all that, and it's seized. So 64, yeah, I was thinking it's definitely more modern. It's hard to know. That was obviously painted at some point, but it does look to be a fairly correct shade of grey. But it's definitely not the right. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments if anyone knows, but I'm fairly sure that that meant that this was a car or a truck or some other vehicle, not a tractor, if it was open at the front, because as I said, all the dust and stuff going into it. So anyway, interesting pulley as well. That's definitely not Ferguson 20. I don't know, I'll find out if they're threaded, maybe there was something else on it, I don't know. But yeah, that's what it is. So one of the days I might go and pull it asunder, but we do also have this that I was showing earlier on in the series. This is also a C40, but you can see she's closed at the front and at the back. This is coming in, it seems to be at 7.4. So 74. This feels very good, and we tested that already. It is putting out a bit of a charge. So yeah, it's definitely more modern with the plastic there, yeah. Anyway, it came with the engine, so I'm not going to do a whole lot of stripping down on that because I don't like the front of that. That said, that can be changed easy enough since it's a C40, and it's, I think, something similar was fitted to the Ferguson. It's not a C39. So where are we? We've got some salvage here. That's handy. I remember having to buy one or two of them in my day because they were damaged. That it's all right. It's handy. I like my brackets. Water pump brackets. No harm to have. No, seen engines with just one of them on. Some nice fine thread. Nuts and bolts, and the lights, so you'll need a hit of that wire brush, and same with those, give them all a hit, and I'll start stocking them away then into my drawers.